I put the one that you sent me.
Okay.
Or yeah, I got that one in there in the how dare yous. The all right, here we go. Salute your sports. We got 3 trending topics, ladies and gentlemen, that we deem are the most trendingest, most trendy. Here we go. Where do we start? We start at number 3 with, I think this is how this is going to go, which are the Packers are mentally weak about the tush push. Absolute, some tomfoolery, some absolute wussification of football going on as the Packers tried to submit anonymously that there was a team that had submitted a rule change that the tush push be banned, and then it came out like 3 seconds later that it was the Packers.
God.
So, oh wait, no, I went the wrong way. Let's come back to that. Number 2 is the NFL report cards came out. We'll look at those. Number 1 is Aaron Rodgers and Matt Stafford are having a cloud off, which is I just have one question. Who's going to be the next Aaron Rodgers that just drags out his career, never wins? I think it's Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is the next Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know, man. Matt Stafford.
Oh, now all of a sudden you want to throw Matt Stafford under the bus, Tex. I said the same thing last episode. You were like, no. He won a Super Bowl. No, he's got some more time.
He shouldn't have won that Super Bowl anyways.
Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl too.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I told you last episode. Matt Stafford. Time to
Brady wants Rodgers.
Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, wants Stafford to be his franchise quarterback.
Oh, you don't say.
Which totally makes sense because Stafford only plays in domes.
Facts. This is hilarious. So the Raiders minority owner Tom Brady recently hosted Matt Stafford in his home in Montana, where they spent time together and went skiing. Brady's been actively trying to convince Stafford to join the Raiders. Several teams are interested in Stafford. The Rams decided to move on, with Las Vegas being the most aggressive suitor. They just happen to be at Tom Brady's house hanging out like, oh, we just casually run into each other. I
love that it's like in Montana. Like, I don't think Brady lives in Montana. Like, that's not like where he goes home to every night, but it's just like at his house in
Montana. Big Sky or something.
Yeah.
This is old quarterbacks going into the news. Like, and so if he leaves, Aaron Rodgers would prefer to play for the Rams if Matt Stafford is traded. And then Devontae, we're going to do this again. If you're LA, they're going to get
Devontae with him. Got to bring Devontae.
Lazard, get Lazard on the phone.
Get Randall Cobb out of retirement. Bakhtiari, bring him
Jordy
back.
Nelson.
John Kuhn, get off the sideline, get back on the field.
Crosby.
Donald Driver. I mean, bring them all back.
Mercedes Lewis.
Say something though. This is
crazy.
This whole thing of you sign a contract and the team, I think of it as like a business, right? Where the team's investing in you and then they're going to try to build around you if you're smart, if the owners are smart, right? They're going to try to build around you because they know that you got that contract on paper and, you're good for X amount of years, right? Now, it started with basketball where, like, they put it out on Twitter, hey, I'm ready to be traded. And, dude, like, when are the owners going to balls up and say, sorry, you can want one hand and shit another and see which one fills up faster? That's like, why are we just sitting there saying, oh, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Rams, we're going to take Devontae Adams with him too? If I was the owner of the Jets immediately, I'd be like, good luck to you without Devontae. Like that.
Whose team is this is what I want to know.
You have to have some kind of like hook in these people and these players that respect the damn contract because otherwise it's just a sheet of paper.
But here's the thing, dude. Like most of these owners are like, they're not, I don't know if they're alphas or not, right? They want the football players to like them a lot.
They're nerds that got money.
They want the football players. So they never had to walk into a room and be like, hey, like Mike Vrabel. That's why people love Vrabel. He walks into a room and they're like,
could you imagine though, like I did 10 years in the United States Marine Corps. Could you imagine if year 1 or year 2 of the Marine Corps, I'm start sending tweets out like, hey, I'm open for trades. I'm ready to get out of my contract, dude.
Well, I wrote this in my notes. I wrote this in my notes. I didn't know how we're going to bring it up because, it's football related and we're technically moved on to golf now. But
No, we're always football at heart.
No, football's back for this
We
week.
said it last week.
Transfer portal is starting to rear its head in the NFL with all the trade requests.
Mm,
And it's
I
true.
like that.
I mean, it's what it is. It's these guys asking for trades, just like somebody asking to get put in the transfer portal. It's the same thing, except like what Edge mentioned, you got all these contracts, and if the Jets get rid of Devontae Adams, it's $30 million that they can't use, $31 million hit that they can't use.
Blue loves football. I agree. I don't know. I just these two guys.
Let's talk something out though. Basketball and the NFL. I don't remember when the one and done stuff started for basketball, but I remember whenever Space Jams came out, basketball and the NFL were on the same level. That was like back in the mid-90s, right?
Yeah.
They were the same like level of popularity. And then basketball started with the one and done stuff.
Yeah.
And it became more about
and the super
players
teams.
and super teams and stuff like that. And all of a sudden you start getting a nosedive from the NBA. Are we going to see the same thing happening with the NFL because of this kind of stuff coming at the college level?
I think the basketball also did some other things, probably politically, that people didn't like either.
True.
But no, I agree with you. I mean, the one and done ruined basketball. I think college baseball has it right with the fact that you can get drafted out of high school, but if you do decide to go to college, you have to stay 3 years. I think that should be across the board.
I like that.
Not football, because you're just not mature enough to go to NFL straight from high school in football.
No,
but
you're not.
Basketball, if you're 6'10" in high school and got some game, learn in the NBA. I mean, LeBron, I'll use the word that AK loves, generational talent. But he went when he was 18 because he was good enough.
Let's be honest. The reason people love the NFL is because you cannot take time off. You can't take time off. You in NBA and the MLB and all these other games outside of hockey because they all play. But the NBA, you start taking time off just because you want to. And then the NFL, you can't do that. That's why the NFL is king, because every weekend you tune in to watch your team and they have to play. Like there is no, if you lose one or two games, you're pretty much done. Like that can change your season. It can wreck your season.
Well, in the NFL, the best ability is availability.
Yep.
And it's like there's a ton of guys that want your job. I'm not saying that there's not in those other sports, but football's king. And if you miss a week, look at why is Tom Brady the GOAT? Because Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing with Brock Purdy. Trey Lance got hurt. And Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt.
I just wish that they would. Somebody's got to stand up and say, "Dude, you signed this contract, enjoy this up." You know, like
why does nobody say anything to Aaron Rodgers or Matt Stafford?
And it's not just them. I mean, God, what's his name? Is with the Browns right now?
Deshaun Watson, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, yeah. You had to say D. Watson. Yeah, of course you did.
You're a Clemson guy. I didn't know.
Myles Garrett's out there too, though, sitting there saying, putting it out there, hey, I'm ready for a trade. I'm ready for a trade. Like, how's nobody just saying, good luck to you,
like that's great. It's like the Jurassic Park guy. We got Dotson up. See, nobody cares.
And he got paid bags too, just to be there. So like you knew what you were getting into. You thought, oh, now you want a Super Bowl? You thought you were going to get a Super Bowl with the Browns?
Yeah, when you took all the money.
I mean, that's kind of what's unfortunate with football, though, is because you can't just be like, dude, you want to be on a championship winning team, then go out there and make it a championship winning team. Because football is the ultimate team sport.
Yeah.
You got to have good guys around you. And sometimes you get the short end of the stick. I mean,
but even like to your point, though, when Brady was playing for the Patriots, look how many people came to the Patriots knowing that it was built around Brady and Belichick's rules, and were willing to take pay cuts just to come to the Patriots to get
because he took a pay cut.
Yeah.
He was leading the charge.
Wife was a billionaire.
Yeah, well, I mean, he knew what he was doing.
Well, you can't live off of $20 million a year, $23 million a year. My gosh, come on. But I love Abdul Carter, the number one prospect, is like defensive ends and pass and edge rushers are just as important as quarterbacks. And it's like, yeah, well, Myles Garrett plays for the Browns, so that argument's over. Like he's the best player in football on defense, and they suck. So no, they're not the
I
same.
disagree with that too.
With
I
what?
mean, that they're the most important.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I agree.
Like they're important, obviously, and I think you need to have a good one on your team to be successful. But with the amount of screens and the RPOs, like they can't get to the quarterback fast enough to make a play.
The 49ers have made Micah Parsons irrelevant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Multiple times. Like, and he's one of the best pass rushers in the game. Okay. Number 2, what's next? Oh, the NFL report cards. Number 1, with a weighted average, this is from Doug_analytics on Twitter. And this is funny. At the bottom, he did like a reference that said the NFL is dumb, and I don't know what to give a GPA for A+ or F, because who the heck gives an A+ or an F? Beautiful heckin' table, Doug Analytics. He's called himself out. I love that. Anyways, the Miami Dolphins were the highest.
It could be false.
Yeah, it could be. And then the Vikings were second, the Falcons were third, the Raiders, and then the Chargers ran out the top 5. Niners are at 4 or at 7 in your faces. Cowboys at 11. That's bad. And then the Bills way down here.
I would love to see this ranked against last year's, because I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are down there near the bottom somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder what changed.
They're all in. They went all in. Don't you remember?
We're going on this year. This is the year.
This is it.
This year's
right.
the year. Yeah.
Damn it! You're not last year. What were we thinking?
We're not that far off.
That's right. You're right there behind the Eagles, according to your quarterback.
Do I need to say it? Well, do I need to say it again? When Dak Prescott is playing, we've only lost once to the Eagles since 2019.
Here we go. Here's a spike to the TNT.
The shout out to the CEO of Stats, who noted that everybody on the Steelers organization is terrible except for their head coach.
Never had a losing season.
Come on now.
Wow, Steelers locker room.
He's dragging him across the 500-yard line or the 500 marker with his bare hands.
Note the Cowboys as well. Note the Cowboys as well.
Oh, head coach is a 4.
Coach.
What's the Bills? The Bills. Oh,
3.
No, the Bills have a 3. The Bills have the lowest head coach out of all of our teams.
The Bills had 0 on travel.
Wow. Because y'all don't even play at your own stadium.
You know why? Because McDermott is also on the list of people who say that the Tush Push is bad.
Oh.
Not a football guy.
Interesting. Moving right along, Tex. Good segue. Head coach Sean McDermott says the Eagles' tush push should be banned. There's always been an injury risk with that play. The techniques used with that play have been potentially contrary to the health and safety of players.
I don't look at that as him saying it's bad. I look at that as him saying, please ban it for the safety of our MVP quarterback. I don't want him hurt. But I can't tell him not to do it because he's an MVP. We just need you to make the rule to tell him.
You need to tell Josh Allen to stop going left on a quarterback sneaks.
What is he, Zoolander?
Can he not go right?
No. He's got no right. He's got no right, coach.
He can't step first with his left foot and go right?
No.
I found some interesting stats. So this is getting into the tush push stuff that I mentioned so eloquently read way before I needed to. Sean McDermott's team, the Bills, used the tush push 55 times in the last 3 years, second most in the NFL, more than half the NFL combined. His team used it all the time, including the playoffs, when it failed, causing Buffalo to be eliminated. Wild.
Wow, dude.
Whoa.
That's why he doesn't like it.
That's what he's saying.
Why he doesn't like it.
He doesn't want to
ban it so that he can't
hurt.
That's like putting your Girl Scout cookies in like a safe so that you can't eat them. You can just like smell them.
He's basically he's saying, please, NFL, stop making us run this play.
That's right. He's saying,
I don't
stop.
want my quarterback to get hurt. He said
we can't stop.
Hey,
the full quote.
Who's called plays for the Bills?
Joe Brady. Actually, in those situations, I think Josh Allen calls his own play It's-
So
I
he's
mean,
trying to stop his quarterback
yeah.
from
Hey,
running.
I listen to Sneaky
Oh,
Joe.
I'm sorry. It's the snowplow, courtesy of Dion Dawkins, because the bulldozer was such a terrible name that they should have used.
Sneaky Joe's on the morning show I listen to.
So he says the Eagles and Bills have ran a combined 163 tush pushes over the last 3 years. 108 for Philly, 55 for Buffalo. More than the other 30 teams combined. Bills and Eagles get a first down or TD on 87%. The rest of the NFL is 71%. Still, McDermott sounds like he thinks it's bad for the game. Wow. A lot of McDermott references here.
He's saving his quarterback. He's putting years onto his quarterback's career, taking hits off of him.
And this just tells you that the Eagles were basically 47 out of 48 when they ran it. So, in converting a first down or a touchdown, basically 47 out of 48. Crazy.
Huh?
What?
Oh, I see it down at the bottom.
Yeah, down here. So, of the
He
9
just-
times
he
they
just didn't
failed,
want to say 39.
they ran it again. So they failed, then they'd run it again on the next play. So they'd run it on third down, and then they'd run it again. So they were insanely effective with it. But anyways, those are the headlines. The report cards. Anything else on those?
No.
The
I think
Chiefs
they're
is funny.
silly.
I think the Chiefs
think
are.
they're
They're
Yeah, so-
honestly done. I like how you mean to tell me what's wrong with the Raiders then? If the Raiders are this good, if they have a great owner, a great head coach, a great strength coaches, great weight room, training staff, training room, all this stuff is good. Why are they so bad?
Offensive line, defensive line.
See,
That's the same about the Vikings.
all
Why are
this
they so
stuff
bad?
makes all this stuff makes
Mike doesn't have
zero
a quarterback.
silly.
So, yeah. But look, I mean, the Raiders and the Chargers, like, way better than the Chiefs facilities. The Chiefs facilities are, this is another notch that the Chiefs needed to be motivated. Everybody says our stuff sucks.
Apparently,
I
Kelsey's
can't believe
coming back
they graded the Chiefs owner that low.
because he's trying to move the team to Texas.
Well, they're trying to move it to Kansas now. That's going to happen. Did you see what Kelsey did? He was saying that he listens to Taylor Swift's song after the Super Bowl to calm himself. He's coming back, dude.
Wait a minute.
He's coming
Who's moving to Texas? To Kansas?
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Kilgore did say the Dolphins had nice stuff, didn't he? He said the Dolphins.
Yeah, they updated their stadium. Their stadium's nice. I've been to it a few times.
He said the Dolphins was pretty good, so we can't confirm that. Okay. That's all the headline stuff that I had. Let's do the water cooler debate.
Wait, I
Hold on, let me
screen.
pull this